Good morning. I am going to take you on a garden walk. I just woke up and I want to get out there and just document the first part of my garden. I can't do it during the day later on. We live near a shooting range. I got a frog in my throat still. And we can't really go out and do that during the day. I think if you've seen previous videos, you may have caught that noise of just the guns going off, and we've gotten used to it living here. But the days on Monday are very peaceful, but I'm back to school and teaching, and so it's definitely not, I'm not able to get out there at all during the day, during the workday hours. So I'm just doing an early morning walk through my garden. So I'll walk through Winegar garden today just to see how things are growing, share with you what I'm doing, and I look forward to seeing things grow. Let's go watch things grow. All right, let's head outside. So at my front doorstep, I have this cute tin bucket that I put spring blooms in. I've had a lemon spruce in here that is now going to be needing to be taken out. It has died. I wanted to make a topiary of it, but it was a little too late. And this winter just didn't make it through. I've had it 3 years, so. And right here we have my flower basket that we made last week. Actually a week ago today. It's a recipe from Proven Winners, so it should be really pretty. Here I have my flower bed divided by my big brick planter that I absolutely love. Has a very cottagey feel to it. So here I have a Supertunia Vista fuchsia right here, and that is going to explode and fill in this area. The Supertunia Vistas are my very favorite Proven Winners flower annual that I order each year. Right next to that, you can see that bright green chartreuse color. That's a sedum. Nathan, my husband, loves that plant. My moss rock, I actually have two, but this one right here is what I took the moss from to make my moss basket, and I have a little baby fern coming out with a few random perennials. I think that's an Easter lily right there, and then some daffs, little mini daffs that came up and they have been spent. On this area right here, I have dahlia bulbs planted that come up later this summer, and a little iris plant right there under our flag. I do have my hellebore, which I love. In February, those start blooming and just bring so much joy to my garden. I want to add some more to this area. So let's continue on. I'll look in my planter here in a second. And I do have, the sun's going to come out and show a little shadow, but let's see if we can take a look at my lamb's ear right here. Is so amazing. It will expand. I usually have to tame it back, but it will collect the pollinators all summer long. You walk by here, it will be a melody of buzzing. I have planted some zinnia seedlings, and I have 2 of my cone flowers that have come back this year, and I have now planted echinacea in this area. I have some seedlings here, so this should fill in. Look at my cute hair in my shadow. I'm sorry about the shadows there. Let's turn this way. I have my lavender plant that is starting to bloom, and I'm very happy about that. The sun is shining on that. I used to have 2 more down the way against this brick planter, but they were not happy, and so I moved them, and they are now in lavender heaven because they did not make it where I replanted them. I have some ground cover here and some salvia, a little trio of salvia, purple salvia, which is really pretty.
Really, really happy. I put another irrigation tube in. I only had 2 last year. So I've added a third, and I'm gonna plan to fill this with just lots of color. And on my planter here, I have this gorgeous little blooming happy plant that has been here. I don't know the name of it. I should look it up. I do not know. If you know, leave it in the comments below. I just love it every year. I trim it back and it just explodes and drapes over the planter. It just adds a lot of pretty color. My tulips this year, this is my first year of having tulip bulbs in here. We fought with the deer and they got these little guys, but thankfully I was able to put some chicken wire up around my planter area so that they would not hurt the rest of them. This past weekend, I planted my Supertunia Vista, which I will keep you updated on. And there's one in between every 18 inches or so. There's another one right there, and those will explode and be amazing and will drape over my planter. I'll keep you updated. 2 years ago, I did Supertunia Vista Bubblegum. That's what I have in there this year. Last year, I did Fuchsia and I loved it. I'm just alternating each year. Around the planter, I usually keep some annuals there that I need to go and get and plant, but I have put some, I believe that's some larkspur under there, some little seedlings that I planted a couple of days ago. I'm just protecting them from the rabbits that frequent our yard. Some daylilies, and here I have a few things. I have some more sedum by this rock. Love my garden rocks. Some tropical, listen to those birds, you guys. Some tropical flower right here. I'm thinking it comes back. We're gonna see right here. Some dark night. I forget the name of this, but I'm hoping it comes back. I left it from last year and we'll see. This is a peony that my daughter and I planted last Mother's Day. It's beautiful. It's a pink peony and it looks like there's some blooms coming in. I'm hoping to plant another one just right here. It needs a friend this Mother's Day. So that's sort of my secret wish that I'm hoping I can go do with Aspen, my daughter, and we can plant another one. We both love peony. Here's some echinacea. I made these little cloche out of some leftover chicken wire and they seem to be keeping the rabbits away. Some iris. These always do very well. They were here when we moved in 15 years ago. And they come in really nicely. I do have some David Austin rose bushes. I have 2, a white and a pink. And they usually do well when the deer don't eat their little tiny buds. I have some strawberries, some bugleweed that my mother-in-law gave me a couple years ago. And I keep it kind of tame right there. A sweet little bathroom sink that I have a story. I have a little Winegar tale about that I'll share sometime. More of the petunias. Hoping that they will just grow over my tulip leaves. So that's the plan. All right, so right here is a little walkway, but I do have a rhodie that I love that's on the corner here. And right here, the sun is shining. The lighting might not be real good. I have another Supertunia with some zinnia and some larkspur. Hoping to have a little patch of color there. It does attract the butterflies. It's a butterfly bush, a Miss Molly, I believe. This is my, I love boxwood, just a little lone one that sort of accents this corner, and a couple weeds I need to pull, I see. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take you into my potager. Nathan and I built this spring. The shadowing is not favorable right now, so I apologize, but we love the sun, so let's not complain. All right, so when you come in, you have 4 of my beds. They are 4 by 8 foot long, and I love my potager. Bed number 1, I'm just gonna kind of go over, let's stand this way. I have some peppers, you can see. I'll just sort of give you a mixed and accented by some zinnia here. I'm just gonna integrate some floral color throughout the vegetable garden. I have a German pink tomato right here, some Besto pesto. I have a garden treasure right here that I seeded from, all these were seeded indoors. I have another garden treasure right here in this little cloth pot. Looking forward to lots of tomatoes this summer. I have some cosmos right here on the end. Love my tulip buckets. Here I have a table with a whole bunch of sweet seedlings that I put together and went ahead and, as they were coming up, I separated them and put them into some different pots. I also have some cabbage here on the end. This is my salad bed, number 2. Bed number 2. I have some iceberg lettuce here. Next to the iceberg, I have some radish. Easter egg radish, I believe. I'm excited about those. Some mixed greens. And then right onto my bamboo teepee, I have sugar snap peas. And then right on this far side of the teepee, I have some nasturtium. Alongside there, I have more pesto. I have some kale. I have some different varieties of kale actually. And then right here below, next to this cabbage in that blank space, are little carrots that I hope are, they're actually not little carrots. They're a variety from Johnny Seed. I think they're called Hercules carrots. We're gonna see. On the far side over here, I'll go ahead and show you, I have some, I'm gonna get some shadowing here, so let me turn around. I have some sweet pea flowers that Edward, our cat, decided to munch on one late night. I learned that you're supposed to snip the top of them when they come up, and Edward did that for me. I will tell you that I know they are toxic. I learned they were toxic to animals, so I feel very bad and will be better at making sure Edward does not get around those. But he's doing okay. He's doing great. My flowers, we'll see. On this side again is just the salad bed. Going over here to bed number 3, I have a squash bed. I have some delicata, winter squash. I have some dunja, D-U-N-J-A. I have some cucumber that's not doing real well. We'll watch this bed go up. I also have some cosmos in here. I have a little planter. I love this little walk part. The little cross area has my little herb garden with some oregano, thyme. Also, I have some chives. Tulips are blooming and making my potager a very happy place to visit. Here is some sun gold. I also have a sun gold in my first bed, bed number 1. I forgot to show you. Cherry tomato should be really tasty. Red potato. Hoping to plant some more potato, but that's what I have right now. Bed number 4. I have on this far right, I have spinach coming up from seed, a direct sow. I have some seedlings I planted. This is, I believe, some broccoli. And then right here on this side, I have some celery, and it's very hard to see, but they're little tiny plants. We'll see how they do. At the end of the bed, I have zinnia. Right here to the little black pot are some beets, some garden treasure seedlings that I'm not sure are going to survive. We'll see. And in this far corner, I have some strawberry. Here I have a little gorilla cart full of more zinnias, hoping to find a place for those. Right up here, we used every bit of lumber we have. And I have my hanging basket with a beautiful begonia, some sweet potato vine, and I'm hoping to put another hanging basket. I used the scrap wood from our project. I don't want any of that to go to waste. All right, so here is my little bird station. I actually had my bird feeder up there where the flower basket is, but the squirrels were crawling up there, and so now we have a great system. We have a little gazebo bird feeder, some open bird feeders, some suet. They love it. Early mornings are great for the birds. I have right there my shadow, and then I also have another Supertunia Vista. I think this one is called a snowdrift with more zinnia and larkspur. A little bird bath, a broken bird bath, hoping to get a new one to replace that, but the birds still go in it. This is my Italian terracotta pot that got ruined this winter, but I love it, so I keep adding color to it. Here's my cut flower garden, my previous vegetable garden that didn't do well here. The sun is great here, but it was not a really deep garden. Had fun with it. In here I have a variety of things. I have aster, zinnia, cosmos. I have some gomphrema. In both of these beds, my hope is that I have a large cut flower garden. Out there I have my half wine barrel planter that's popping with tulips. I have Vista, Petunia Vistas to put in there. Excuse me. And I have my blueberry bucket. I have two varieties in there, a jazz, and then I also have a, what is the other one called? They seem pretty happy. They give me a great, let's see here, guys. I wanted to tell you the other one. I have a jazz blueberry, it's called. Got them from Squawk Mountain. And a legacy. Oh yeah, a legacy. Oh gosh, you guys. Super sweet. I learned that I can keep these away from the birds. I'm going to be putting some some garden tulle around that. Here I have two sage plants that I planted. These came from a bucket. They were not happy in there. They are very happy here. So they should add some real nice structure to my garden. A work in progress. All right, as we walk, sorry for the bumpy ride here. I just want to show you one last thing. Couple last things on this side. This is our pathway to our backyard. Here are my favorite hosta. They are, I'll put the name below what they are. They are a chartreuse hosta that grow and they just get huge. And I have a little patch of 3, a hydrangea, and a couple of they're blade plants. I'm not exactly sure of their name. I got them from my neighbor. I'll keep you updated on those. Here in this little structure on the side yard, it's made of railroad ties, and I have a variety of things in there. I have some Supertunia Vista, some hosta. I have some larkspur, some hollyhock, all kinds of different things. So right now I just will keep you updated on what that is. It's sort of my second chance garden. I had a clematis on that little bed frame that used to belong to my daughter Aspen. The clematis died. I think something got to the roots, so I'm hoping to plant another one. Little compost area. Gets a little bit of sun, so the warmth is good. We are working on weeding our front. Springtime work. All right, so that's all for now. I think I'll leave you there for our Wednesday walkthrough, and we'll keep updated on what is happening. Have a great Wednesday, and we'll see you in the next video. Found you. Oh, thanks for joining me today, guys. And here's to watching your garden grow. And we need to go heat that up.